amazing NES set from Lego, and this is a dual production with Board Game Corner. So we have Mark Streed. Hey, Mark.
Hey, how's it going? How are you?
So we have two views for you. If you haven't tuned in with us before, you're going to be able to tune in here and see the images that we'll have with the PTZ camera coming down and the regular overhead tableau cam. And then if you want a table shot view, you can head over to Board Game Corner. And of course, hopefully you will like and subscribe at both. The link for Board Game Corner is going to be right down in chat, so you can click there if you're watching on Girls Stampede right now. So multiple options for your Lego viewing pleasure today. Right. And, you know, I think both you did this too, right, Mark? We both put together the little Mario that we got.
Mario. Did you turn him on?
Amazing.
Did you?
Yeah, let's do it. Ready?
I love his eyes. They light up and blink and all. It's so cool.
Yes. Have you done any of the track yet?
No, I didn't.
Okay. So there's a track that this comes with, and this is a separate set. But the amazing thing, so he thinks my hand's super hot, and if I do that, he says, ow.
That's so awesome.
He's got a little fireplace because my hand's apparently hot. Yep. So this is a separate set, and you can build a track basically for him to go around and hit coins. That's when I'm jumping, so he's hitting coins. And then he actually will go in the top of this set as well. Right. So Lego's getting really smart with this.
And he makes sounds as you rotate the play area through.
Yeah. So as you're going through, which we will see not this week. I think we'll get to the back screen this week. But next week we'll be finishing up the set. So we're getting super close. We're at bag 15 this week. You've already put together a little bit.
Yeah, maybe.
Bag 15. That's good, though, because bag 15 is super repetitive.
It is super repetitive.
Yes. So we can head over and show you some of the views of the rule book, and you'll be able to follow along with each step that I'm going through with the rule book that'll come up on the screen. 15 is really just putting together the backdrop track. So that's going to be super repetitive. So if you want to head over to Board Game Corner and make sure to like and subscribe there too, you can see Mark continuing past this super repetitive 15 that I'm going to be working on right now. But if you want to see that next step, 15, which is where we left off last time, then you can see me building that.
So yeah, it actually this will build pretty quick for you. So
yeah, this is going to I'll catch up super fast.
I tried to go slow.
Now that I'm back into the swing of Lego.
Yeah, right.
It's so good. And hey, Brianna. So you know the story of Brianna. Brianna actually got this set for her anniversary weekend with her husband Corey last weekend. So they were building this. And she's been keeping me informed about how amazing this is. So let's see. All right, so that's 15. That's what I'm going to be building. Let's see what that actually looks like. Step 1 will be, all right, so I need to take 2 of these pieces.
You'll build one, and then you can just build without even looking.
It's the same, yeah. There's a lot of that, and we did that at the end of last week as well. It was the track, but the track was fun. I still enjoy
it was still cool.
Building the track. So I have this, and then 3 is looking at this. Oh, I see. These are gonna go below.
They're gonna connect.
Yes. Oh, this is kind of cool. I haven't seen this type of connection before. This is interesting. You know, because last week the one we did is such a just like stick them together type. Reminds me of you know what the wheels technically are for like a tank, right?
Yeah,
like
it totally does, right?
Yeah. All right, so I'm just going to be doing this 15 times. If you want to see what Mark...
Just.
It's actually, so part of it is the repetitiveness. I like...
Yeah, there's something cathartic about it, for sure.
It really is. I'm a person who gets into multiple hobbies, likes to get good at them and then maybe find something else. And it reminds me a little bit of knitting.
Oh, yeah. I could see that.
Because you're just like sticking things together. And you get super used to it.
Yep.
All right, so are these... We'll see. I don't know how they go together yet. I just know that I'm doing them 15 times.
Yeah,
So
and if you this one, I don't usually do it, but I definitely separated all the pieces because it definitely goes faster.
Oh, really? Well, all right. I'm gonna go with this. I'm doing the hunt and peck method like you do on your keyboard, right?
Yep.
When you don't know how to type really fast.
And it's interesting connecting these to the track. I thought they would just pop down, but because the pieces are not like super secured together, you have to be a little careful. By the way.
Okay. Good to know. Yeah, this is an interesting way to piece these together. This is definitely not one I've seen before.
I would agree.
But I like that. It's kind of like you know, learning different ways that they can make these things work.
Yep. But yeah, I mean, it's cool that they use this track because this is where the whole world will live. So.
Mm-hmm. And what do you think? Do you think that they're going to come up with other games? And,
yeah, I think I mean, you could just build other tracks and swap them out. That would be really cool.
I really think that would be super cool.
Yep.
And you'd get the little cartridge and...
Yep.
And I think they're getting smarter about these things when they see, and of course I like that they're not guaranteeing it. I think they're probably like, we'll see how this plays out, right?
Right. Yep.
But I do like their whole marketing model. They've got to a point where they realized, honestly, let's let people decide what they want.
Yeah, right.
LEGO Ideas being their huge push for that. Like, present your ideas, suggest for a build, and then maybe, you know, get votes for it.
Mm-hmm.
People rally around it, say, yeah, I would totally get this. And that's, you know, they've gotten some really stellar ones out of there. The ship in a bottle, I don't think anyone would have thought of.
Right.
Except for somebody who's just, you know, like, hey, why isn't there a Lego ship in the bottle? And so
that's a cool set too. Really cool.
Goodness, right?
Yep.
But yeah, why not outsource this and then see what people respond to? Because I go in and vote. I go in just to see what did people come up with. And it actually brings them back to their roots, which was, you know, not sets. They weren't IP. They weren't sets that were supposed to build a specific thing. Lego was originally just do what you want. Be creative was the whole point.
Yep.
So LEGO Ideas definitely harkens back to that.
Oh, big time. I mean, there's been some really neat sets that didn't get picked up, unfortunately.
Yes, not everything does. And some for IP reasons,
True.
I heard from the folks that are actually at the Lego store that are friends of mine that, like, there were some that got voted really high, but they just couldn't get the IP.
Yep.
So,
yeah, it's pretty crazy when someone like Lego can't get the IP, though.
Yeah. Well, some of it, they're like, no, that's just not, you know.
Yep. No,
you don't
totally.
want the money from it. That's not what we're doing with this. So, or, I mean, we see that in board games. Again, we keep talking about this, how there's a little bit of an overlap to board games, right? I mean, Ginkopolis, my #1 game, and so many people wanted to get the rights to reprint it, finally happening. But it took years.
Right.
Years and years and years, and they just didn't want to let it go. They didn't want it to actually be reprinted. They didn't think it was a good idea for the game, and you know, everybody has their own reasons for things.
Mm-hmm.
So potentially they just didn't like the idea of a Lego set. I would like a Lego set.
Right.
Which would you prefer more? Do you want a movie made about your life or a Lego set made in your honor? Which would you prefer? Oh my
gosh. That's a tough one.
It is a tough one, isn't it?
A
movie?
I think I would do the movie because I'm such a movie guy.
Yes. But I don't know, like a Lego set, people putting me together and then put me on a shelf.
That would be pretty awesome, for sure.
Pretty cool.
Yep.
I'm not going to lie.
I'm with you.
Have a little minifig of me. Goodness.
All right.
I got that for Mother's Day one year, all the kids.
Oh, yeah, those are cool. You can have custom ones, right?
And it was really super cool what they thought of me, like what their vision of me was. Each of them was very different, and it was.
That's awesome.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, you used to be able to make your own stuff too, and submit all the pieces, and they would do that for you. They don't do that anymore.
No, you could. Yeah, you could be like, I need these. yeah, you could basically make it, and then they would be like, okay, you need these pieces.
Yeah.
They do something similar still at the Walt Disney World, or at least they did last time I was there, which was probably 4 years ago at this point. But at the Walt Disney World, no, 3 years ago, Lego store. That's at like Disney Place, whatever that place.
Yeah, the Disney Springs or...
Yeah, exactly. And you could go there and basically then you'd kind of design it, and then they would help you find the pieces in their huge wall of every piece.
Of everything, yeah, totally. Yeah. Yep.
Theirs is bigger than what the stores have. Theirs is ridiculous, like 3 or maybe 5 times bigger
it's crazy.
Than what the stores have for those. Which when I used to go to LEGO, remember I was introduced to LEGO, I went to their free days with my kids and it was free and I didn't buy anything. And I was like, ha, I'm getting away with getting free LEGOs for all my kids.
That's pretty awesome.
And then look what happened. I ended up becoming addicted and buying like so much that I could have a car or Lego. So they won on that. They're
That's
like,
amazing.
ha.
Yeah, right, totally.
Look what happened. All right, so this is the set. I've done it 15 times.
Nice.
And now it's going to go on to
the track.
All right. So I'm going to pull these over. You're going to see this set. I'm going to have to line them up. I'm just trying to figure out how they go right now. Okay, so they're going to face down. And it looks like every other.
It is.
Starting directly on the end.
Yep.
Okay.
Make sure you start with the end with the clips, though, or the
one with which clip? Okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean. The one that you clip onto, I should say.
I see. Oh, this is cool.
Yeah.
But it does come apart a little easily. There's definitely some finagling.
There is. I thought I'd just like bam, 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 but no. You
no,
can't
not so much. Me too. I was like, this is
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I think I got it though. And then it's every other, right?
And it's every other. Yep. And then there'll be like the gap at the end, but your first piece of bag 6 is going to attach to that gap in the end.
Okay. So far, every single one has come apart on me. So let's see if I can do better.
So what I had to do is do like one side at a time, and then that worked.
Oh, and see, this is interesting. For me, getting both in at the same time has worked better.
Oh, really? Not for me. They fell apart every time.
I'm getting them in better. Yep, it is. It's
That's
staying
awesome.
together if I can get both. Ooh, I've got a little engine going.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah, that did not work for me.
Oh, that's fun.
All right, we're going to do 4 of those.
So there's been some backlash on Mario World.
Oh, really? I didn't see what's going on.
Well, because the 35th anniversary was last week, and then they were coming out with some revamp of some of the older titles, which I'm totally happy with. But, of course, it's Nintendo fans, so they found everything to be upset about. They're like, they ruined it. They did this. They did that. And there's, of course, memes making fun of now. The Super Nintendo fans being like, look, 1 pixel is off on Mario's mustache. They didn't do this, but this was a meme making fun of them, being like, 1 pixel's off. They've ruined everything. You're not so bad. Like, calm down.
Relax.
You used to play on 8-bit.
Yes.
Like, really, it's an improvement, people. Like, come on.
Did you pick up the copy of it?
No, I haven't grabbed it yet because I was really excited for the Paper Mario World.
Yeah, right.
And the only thing exciting that I saw about it was that the water looks like real water.
Yeah, right.
Other than that, people were like, meh.
Yeah.
And I have so many games.
Right.
That it just doesn't matter. So, hey, Kabuki Kid. And Kabuki Kid just said the same thing I said about them looking like tank treads. Exactly what I just said about it, KK, was, it looks like we're doing some tank treads here.
Totally.
And that's what it felt like last week when we ended it. Yeah.
Yep.
But it is, it's really solid. And it is cool that you can do this with Legos.
I know.
Yeah.
I have not seen this before at all.
Yeah, it used to be, and I have a 40-gallon tub
Yeah,
It is
awesome.
sets of Lego, but they're all broken up, and so now they're not sets anymore.
Oh,
but
I see.
I do have a huge
Like,
one,
what
and that was
sets do you
great
have
for
in
the
there?
kids. There's definitely some Star Wars, which is sad. I know. But it's just a plethora. I know there's an airplane, but it's hard to tell, right? I did go through it to clean them and also to get out all the minifigs. I pulled all the minifigs.
Good, because minifigs are worth a lot.
But the whole thing cost me $50. But mind you, the work involved, I don't mind this type of work. That type of detail is fun for me.
Yeah.
But they even had taken off the hands.
Oh, really?
So I had to find little Lego hands to stick back. Oh, that was a little bit of a pain.
Yeah, I'd say.
But yeah, I'm kind of making a snowcat kabuki, but it's going to be the snowcat at the back screen of this television set for the Nintendo, basically.
Did you see the Mos Eisley set? The Cantina?
The new big one, right?
Yeah, it's sold out like in hours.
Yeah, I'm not surprised about that. But I am surprised about which ones sell out, because I bought 2 of the Doctor Who set when it came out.
Oh, yeah.
Because, limit 2, and I was positive it was going to sell out, and it didn't.
It didn't, yeah. I know.
And now I have one I built and one that I keep, because here's what is going to happen. Eventually, it will be gone.
Yes, you won't be able to get it anywhere.
And I'm going to have one. So I'm feeling like that actually
could be
end up being worth something someday.
Yep. 2 of those.
These are the bets you take. And people do this. This is like they're investing.
Yeah, it totally is.
They try to guess which sets are going to be worth money. They hold on to them just like you would in a savings account. They have it sit there.
Yep.
And then they go to shows and sell them.
Lego's a big thing. I mean, it's crazy.
It is. And so they're kind of trying to guess what one. Oh, this is interesting. So this one's going to have yellow flat.
Yes.
On the back here.
It is indeed.
And I like the flats.
These bigger pieces pop into place no problem. So once you get it built.
Oh, and it's going to go this way. I got it. It does show the picture, the universal symbol for flip that stuff around.
Yep.
So have done. That's on. Oh, and now I need to put on some more of these little things.
Well, I messed that up. I messed up.
I like how it holds them on.
Yeah, totally. This is gonna be awesome.
Check out the snowcat. Check it out. After last week, I did take a look at the piano that folks were talking about.
Oh, yeah. How was that?
This on. It is incredible. I have to turn this around. And then I'm, like you said, the beginning of this bag is going to go into here.
Yep.
So I'm going to pull that in. Yep. And you can see that is going to go right there. Very cool. All right. So we have that piece in. Going on to the next one. Yeah. So the piano, insane. I was showing Edward, like, seriously, it's a player piano. It plays music. And then you can play it. Or you can download this app for your phone and sit on it. And it looks like the music sitting up on the piano front. And then it plays it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because it has a motor, one of the motors. And come on. That's just
so cool. Is that set still available? I don't think I've seen it.
Yeah, it is not sold out. They were advertising it $350 though, I believe. It's a little pricey.
It sounds like a pretty big set though. I mean,
it's big, but and intricate, and I'm sure it would be a fun build. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to talk myself out of it though.
Yeah.
Because like I got this set, and this is my nostalgia set.
Right.
I can play chopsticks on the piano. And I had a little lamb, but
yeah, I did order another set. I ordered the they have the heads or the busts of like the stormtrooper, and I got the TIE.
Oh, you're getting one of the busts.
Yeah, I got the TIE pilot and stormtrooper both. So.
So I just got some new T-shirts. You can see my new one. This is Jurassic Park. And then I have one with all the droids. That's another one I got.
What about
for Star Wars.
The Christmas one?
I got a Christmas one with a T-Rex chasing an elf, which I'm super psyched about.
Super awesome.
I got a Snoopy from Charlie Brown.
Nice.
And what else did I get? Atari. I got an Atari one.
Oh, cool.
Let me put this down. No shining fans here, huh?
So what's your you have back-to-back streams today, right?
I do. So this evening at 7 p.m. Eastern time, I have Nora Miners.
Nice.
From Game Rights.
Yep.
And the funny story is, speaking of knitting and other hobbies, Nora and I have been friends since before either of us were in the board game industry.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yep. We were part of a mom's group that's a swear word and then mamas. And it was basically for more hip mothers to get together, and it was on Meetup, and with that name only certain people would join it.
Yeah, definitely. Yep, that's awesome.
And so we knew we were going to get the right crowd, and it was a really, really good time. So I know her son is the same age as my oldest as well, or my oldest of the young ones. And so we have known each other for quite a while. And then she started a Game Right before I got into board games, actually. Okay. And one of our other mom friends ended up going to work at Game Right.
Okay, cool.
And she designed, I'm going to pull this in so you can see it. She designed This Game Goes Up to 11. Yeah, those can come out of the way until we start adding to them. I'll put them over here, wherever you want to. And so a number of us from that core group ended up in board games. And I knew she was at Game Right because I knew she had brought our other friend in, Julie. And so I was kind of aware, but she wasn't aware that I had gotten into games until I was at Gen Con.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, and it was setup day, so you know that everybody there is
right
in industry. Setup day, we're on the floor, and I was passing by with some boxes, and she was going to pick up some boxes, and passed, and she's like, Jess, what is this? And she's like, wow, we really need to catch up. What is going on? And I was like, yeah, we do. And so that was that. And we caught up. And then we started doing like bi-weekly, like twice a month, we would get together and just talk industry stuff. Because Game Right is actually owned by a puzzle company.
Okay.
And that gives them a big amount of income. It allows them to take risks that maybe other publishing companies can't.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So it's super interesting what they're able to do because they have this solid foundation of a puzzle company behind them. And this puzzle company basically said, man, we have these machines to do all this stuff to make these tiny pieces of cardboard. So, like, what else uses tiny pieces of cardboard? Oh,
how perfect is that?
That's interesting. We could do board games. Let's see what we could do for board games. And they ended up buying Game Right. Okay. So that's why they do it. So they're also able to make these games cheaper. And yeah, it's actually pretty phenomenal.
Nice.
And, just games that they've been able to pick up. They brought a Metro X over, which is a really good game. So sometimes it's picking up games.
Cool.
And then other times, I got to turn this around again, it's their own. They did the Artichoke game as well.
Oh, right. I had to think about it for a minute.
What is the one? Go Artichoke. Something like Get Rid of the Artichoke. Abandon All Artichokes.
Oh, yes, that's what it is.
By Emma Larkins. Yeah. Great. And Emma's fantastic. So, now we're on to green. yeah, so Nora's great, and I can't wait to have a conversation with her tonight. We're also having Rainer from Board and Dice on.
Oh, nice.
He's going to teach us Mandala Stones, which you and I
played, yes.
And he's going to teach and probably play. I'll probably drag him in because he'll beat me again. And
I love that game.
Be disgruntled.
I can't wait to get it. It's really good.
Yes, it's good. It was good. It's a good thinky filler. Good, just like...
Yeah, it's just fun.
It is.
It is thinky, but it's also one of those games that you can easily carry a conversation on. And
exactly.
So
I thought it would fit well with Girls Stampede.
It would. What's been your favorite game so far in Girls Stampede?
Well, that's a trick question because one of them I was involved in. We did petrichor with cows.
Right.
And that was with Stella, and that was just fun. Stella's fantastic.
She's awesome.
Maple University, if you all don't know her. She's also with the Dice Tower.
Yep.
And she's just fabulous. She was so awesome. Chill. And it was just fun playing with her, to be honest. So that in itself was just a blast.
That's awesome.
Where's my other green? Oh no, this one doesn't say do it twice. I'm just
right. Yeah, you got to pay. There's some redundancy there, but not totally.
No, not totally. All right, so this one goes back out here. I'm gonna pull this over for the PTV to see. Oh, it's so pretty!
Bag 17, you get to start building the ground.
Oh, I can't wait. All right. So twice. This one is a twice. I see.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
So another hobby. I feel like Jess has done a lot of things.
Have you done anything before, Jess? I mean, really.
So I also learned ASL, and this came up because Edward tries to, produce, and he produces really well, but he tries to direct me. That I'm not very directable. That's the problem. Herein. So he's trying to say things, and I'm like, what? I don't understand. And I feel like I need to teach him ASL then maybe.
Right.
Because his signs mean something. Often this is what we run into. What he's signing means something different in ASL, and I'm like, tomatoes? Like,
tomatoes? That's awesome.
Why are we? I mean, maybe. I like tomatoes. So yeah. Need to teach him some sign language. That would be fun. We could be at a con. We should all learn sign language. So at cons, like across a room, we could like sign to each other.
Like, come save me.
Oh, that has happened before. Oh, yeah. That was that John Get Games? John from John Get Games. Edward and John ended up at a booth they couldn't escape.
Oh man.
And Jess was smart and was not stuck at the booth.
Nice.
Jess went and walked around.
I gotta
and
go.
They both were looking at me like, please.
That's the best.
Come help us. And I was like, oh, I'm just going to go over. And then they had to save themselves because I was just being a brat to them. I was like, well, I'll see you guys later. You guys stay. And they're like, no.
It's fine.
We're going to join you. And they're like, really? You couldn't have just been like, I need you to come. And I was like, all right, next time.
Next time
I'll do that. But that was hilarious because they were sweating. They were like, we cannot play this entire game.
Oh, yeah.
We gotta go.
Yeah.
And doesn't mean the game was bad. It just means sometimes people don't understand, like you don't have time for...
Right, especially at Gen Con. Oh my gosh.
Yes. And this was Essen, but same thing.
Okay,
even to an even bigger degree.
Yeah,
right?
even bigger. You just don't have time to play a whole game.
I did too.
You get maybe a round or two in, maybe.
And it started with them saying, oh, I'll just give you a demo and an overview. And they were like, okay, we have time for that. And then 35 minutes later, they're like, round 4. And they're like, no, we can't.
That's so funny.
Have time. Your game's great, but we got to go. Like, we have a lot to do.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't usually have that problem. Usually it's like, I have time. I have 10 minutes. Show me.
Yes. They said that. In their defense, they both said like 15 minutes. And he was like, yeah.
Sure.
But then he didn't. He just kept going.
Right.
They were like, And honestly, they're just too nice. Both of them are too nice.
Yeah.
They just couldn't. Personally, I would have said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I have a meeting. I got to get going, but thank you so much for the overview. Tell me where your booth is, because this was press day."
Oh yeah, okay.
So tell me where your booth is, and I'll come check out your booth. But they just were too nice. They were like, "He's so excited though," and like, don't want to.
Speaking of, was Mark going to ask them this year? Because they're not refunding our hotel booking potentially.
What's going on?
That one isn't either. No, everyone knows that already. Everyone's aware about the SN not refunding stuff, but
yeah.
I didn't know ours wasn't going to.
They said they'll talk to management and see.
Oh my God, I thought they weren't going to book until the month.
Wow, that's harsh.
Couldn't you have canceled like a while ago?
They're saying technically you could travel to Germany. So
We can't actually travel to Germany.
that's what I'm going to use with the credit card company.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, I thought we were all set. I even told people that hotel had, because I thought they didn't charge us until. Yeah. No, I mean, that's just, SN and people not getting refunds and stuff.
Yeah, luckily I hadn't settled on full plans, so I'm like, well, I'm not
Yeah,
going
so
to
he
even
hadn't
pursue
planned
it.
anything.
Yeah.
So no, I mean, that's the way of the world. But I
Right.
thought
I was
for
gonna
the one that
go
we
this
booked, I
year,
thought that if we canceled far enough in advance that they
that would
didn't
make
charge until, like,
sense,
the month,
especially
but
with the
they-
state of things. That's pretty harsh.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, so I got 4 of these. Let's see what we got for the next page. All right, so this one goes here. One past here.
So I'm building the ground.
You're on the ground now.
Yep.
I'm about, because that's 17. Yeah, I'm about there.
Right.
All right, I have one more slat to build. It's going to be the orange.
I love how they do the ground. You're going to love it because it makes it look pixely. So.
Oh, yay. Which, I mean, we hated when it was pixely, but now.
Right, it has to be.
Nostalgia. And this is what I say about Atari. Like, I have great memories of Atari. That was actually my first system, not because I'm that old, but because I was poor. So I got hand-me-downs. And so I got my brother's hand-me-down of a Atari.
Yeah.
So that's what I first played on. And, you know, I still have the original 2600. I have like 100 and something games. And I've brought it out at parties before, kind of done a con party and had video games and stuff.
Perfect.
And people think it's going to be great. They're so excited, but
Yeah,
they play it for 10 minutes and they're like,
done.
oh, I remember how crappy these joysticks were and how Frogger wasn't hard, but it was hard because the joystick caught constantly and like you were just mad at. So people realize that they're like, oh. I'm like, yeah, you remember that? So it seems cool to have, and I'm not going to get rid of it because it's just memories. And I like having it in my house, but like it's not one to play. I've made the kids play it just so that they could appreciate.
That's awesome.
That, hey, this is what you have is so much better than what there was.
Right.
But it's not a thing to legitimately play. All right, let me see if I'm going to do this. And then pull these over, and oh yes, it is very pixely.
Yep. Lots of little pieces though.
Yes, but I like that what they're doing is having you put it on the 6x2 flat. And by doing that, it feels a little bit more controllable than I think it would be if I had to somehow stick it right on. But this also makes me think that potentially we were talking, like maybe they will come up with different backgrounds that you can build.
It's pretty cool.
Okay. All right, so Nintendo games. What was your favorite Nintendo game?
Oh man, like which system?
Base.
Oh,
original.
The original.
I'm using board game terms. Base. I mean
base. Let's see. I really, I liked Mario and all that, obviously, but other than Mario, I really liked the dodgeball game. It was so fun.
Ooh, dodgeball, interesting.
Yeah, and then of course, Mike Tyson's Punch Out with
Never had that.
Oh, I love that game.
No, my mother
So
never
good.
would have let me get that.
It was so good. So those were probably the main ones, but yeah.
And how did you get your games? Like, would you save up and buy them? Were they Christmas presents and birthday presents?
All of the above.
Okay.
So I would do mow lawns, and that's how I
Yes.
And so I'd get games that way, and then I'd get stuff birthday, Christmas, Easter, all kinds of ways, you know.
Nice.
Oh, and of course, well, I guess that was Atari. One of my all-time favorite games on Atari was the Adventure, you know, with the dragons and.
Oh yeah. The one with the dragon. I remember that one. I liked Indiana Jones, though it was impossible.
Oh, it was impossible. Yeah, not as bad as E.T., of course, but.
E.T. I had as well. E.T. is good.
No, that's like
Dragster?
No, the one that was for Atari, right? That
Yeah, it was really, really hard. I still liked it though.
Oh, you did? Okay, because they call it the game that killed Atari.
Have you met me? You know I like really, really hard games.
I know, but it's the game they're calling that killed the Atari 2600.
No.
Yes, it is.
I mean, I know, but they say these things. Did not kill it. It's like the Splendor killer, and look at the sales for Splendor.
They did that documentary. There's like a whole landfill full of
E.T. Just because of this.
Indeed.
It wasn't that bad, and I have it.
I never had that one. I was like, no.
It was really hard. It's really, really hard, but I got him to fly. You had to bicycle with him.
Okay.
It wasn't that bad. It was definitely an expert mode game. It was pushing it.
I heard though that there was the controls were just not good though.
That's the thing. It was really, really, really hard to get the controller to work with it reliably, and then you would just, so it was frustrating. But you had other games. You would just play that for a little bit. You get them to fly across the moon, and then you'd be like, all right, I'll do something else.
Time to move on.
You had to bike down the street. I remember that one. So for Nintendo, luckily I'd inherited a ton of Atari games because my brother worked and bought a bunch of games for it. So I inherited a bunch of Atari games. Those I never had to buy for myself. The Nintendo, my siblings, I have 3 half sisters, and they would all go in on one game.
Oh.
So for my birthday and Christmas, I'd get one Nintendo game.
Okay.
That'd be it. That'd be my birthday and Christmas. And so I'd get one game. So I remember they bought me Bubble Bobble because I really wanted Bubble Bobble. It was the first game where you could use the codes to get to levels.
Okay.
That you had gotten to before. It looks like this one goes here too. Yep. So I beat Bubble Bobble and I have that one. That's one of my favorites.
Good.
And I saved up to buy Mario 3.
Oh yeah. Had to do that.
Yeah, but before Mario 3, I had 2 in 1.
Mm-hmm.
I love Duck Hunt.
Oh yeah.
But I had to save up to get the gun.
That's true.
I didn't have it.
So the cool thing about the gun is that what was the other one with the giant like bazooka gun? That's the game I liked. I can't think of it, but
giant bazooka. Anybody know what that is?
Oh,
Maybe Kabuki Kid does. Kabuki Kids, they made more ET carts than there were systems. Okay, so ET wasn't the reason. ET was just one of the many puzzle pieces in a series of bad business decisions, is what Kabuki said. So, because I was like, I played it, and yeah, it worked. Like, it wasn't.
Yeah.
But they just started making more than they should have done.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was that bad of a game. Breakout. Oh yeah.
Breakout.
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yep.
But it was hard.
It was, but it was awesome.
It was awesome, but it was real. That was the one. E.T. wasn't the one that really frustrated me. Raiders was. I would be like, gosh darn it.
Yeah, Raiders was frustrating. I didn't, but I played it all the way through. Absolutely.
Yeah, that was the one where I would give up at times and just be like, I'm not playing this. And I'd stop playing it for like a month because I was like, stupid.
Oh yeah, I've thrown mini controller, but
I'm not a thrower. Probably because it was so hard for me to get. I was like, and there's a meme of this, like they're about to throw their Xbox controller, and they're like
no,
you set it down because they're like, well, it's really expensive.
Well, those old Atari and Nintendo controllers were pretty durable.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They were durable. well, they just didn't work super.
Yeah, they
well.
weren't super responsive.
Okay, so the guy who did Raiders also did E.T. I can see that.
Totally. That makes sense.
That makes sense, actually. For the way each of them worked, I can 100%
Oh, that's
see
right. He did E.T.
the influence.
Because of Raiders. They said, oh, you did Raiders, you can do E.T.
Yes. That makes a lot of sense. And again, I feel like we're always bringing it back to the board games, but that's the same, right? Like Andrew Wolf is a designer known for taking IPs and, to me, making really good board games out of them. Like Thanos Rising, I was really pleasantly surprised. I thought he did a really good job with that.
It was really good.
Yeah, and Harry Potter, he did the expansion to that one. So interesting. There's a Dark Knight Rising coming out, I think, too.
Oh,
not
that's
from
right.
Andrew. That's somebody else.
That's somebody else now, but
I'm excited about it.
Oh man, I might be missing pieces.
All right, this one's a 2, so that's going to be the next one. You're not missing pieces.
I think I'm missing some 1-bys.
I'm going to pull these up so we can all see them, make sure they're not. And again, I'm going to say this a board game table is a really good thing.
It's a really good thing, yes.
For putting together Legos. Keeps everything in the right place. I'm not worried about them falling off the table like I usually. I'll get like stressed about it.
Yeah, right? I hear you.
So this is actually nice. I have none of that stress going on of like them being knocked off.
I am definitely missing 2 pieces. Yes.
Not we'll see if I am.
On the floor, not in the bag, on the floor.
All right, we're gonna see. We'll see if it's a you problem.
Yeah, right. If it's a me problem.
We're gonna find out, because this is the cool thing about doing it with the simul.
Right. So I'm looking through my bag of my box and stuff to see if I have.
Oh, Kabuki Kid, you're so right.
What?
And I was such a reader back then. Kabuki Kid brings up that E.T. was the first game where you really had to read the rule book to understand how to play. And I was a voracious reader back then. So that wasn't a big deal to me. I actually enjoyed reading the rule books and like seeing what backstories, because some of them had backstories about like the development of the game or the design or what have you, or it would talk about people involved. And I liked that. So I would read those. So I most definitely read the instruction book for E.T. There's no way I didn't. I read anything.
That's awesome.
So that might have been why I'm like, really? It wasn't that bad. Raiders was like a pain in the butt, but E.T. wasn't terrible. But you did have to read it to understand what your purpose was, like where you were going and what you were supposed to do. If you didn't, there weren't going to be really clues. It wasn't going to drag you by the hand and say, go here, go do this. Right. Like you would just be riding your bike being like, I know where I'm headed to. But if you read it, you got the story behind it. And it was, kind of a immersive story, like run through, grab things, and do what you needed to do.
Oh, this is not good. And I don't even
have no. What pieces are they?
They're the 1x3s. I'm missing the two of those.
2 of the brown ones?
The dark brown ones?
Yeah, me too.
You're missing 2 as well?
Yeah.
Oh, this is not happiness.
Not happiness. Actually, am I going to make it? I think I'm going to make it.
I am definitely missing
Maybe
those 2.
you used 2 of those when you were supposed to use a 6 by 2?
Yeah, maybe. I'm going to go look. It's possible.
Because I made it to the end. So 167. Were you missing them on step 167?
Yes.
Okay. No, I made it.
Let's see. I was missing 167. Yeah, 167.
I'm on 168 now.
Either
way. I made it. So go back and see if you...
Either way.
Maybe used a 2 by... used them in
Yeah,
place
maybe I used them instead of the other. Yeah.
That would be my bet.
Getting repetitive.
Yep. And it could have just looked like it. Seeing the inner workings of this console is pretty cool, though.
Yeah, it is.
This is definitely a fun build. I have to say. I'm enjoying this one. I really liked, what other builds did I really liked? I really liked the Ghostbuster set.
Oh yeah, I didn't get that one. It looked really cool though.
It's really intricate. I mean, there's a bathroom, there's like, it has, you can take off parts of it so that you can get into the building.
Mm-hmm.
And it's definitely, it's like a dollhouse. It's one you could play with after as like, you know, with characters and just be like, all right, let's, you know, play this out and pretend.
Right.
Which given the age of my kids is like, yeah, we could do this. And they would enjoy that. And I actually got the Ghostbusters car kind of for that purpose. It needed to sit outside the Ghostbusters firehouse, of course.
Of course.
I mean, clearly. And the nice thing about that was there's 2 Ghostbuster car sets, of course. One with the remake with the female Ghostbusters, and then the original one as well.
Right.
From back in the day. I got the female one because I already had gotten the original Ghostbuster character miniatures with the firehouse.
Oh, right.
So it made sense to then have everybody just by going ahead and getting the remake. And I could have gotten either. I think both were available at the time. Or at least on eBay, I could have gotten a new and packaged one.
Right.
The originals, because I always check there and see what's out. Walt Disney World was fun, the castle. But it wasn't the best build. Like the most amazing thing about it is that they dance in the front. Like you can push a thing and they circle around each other. But it's just a circle that turns. Like it's not that impressive. So it was, I mean, but obviously they paid a lot for the IP.
Right.
So I can see why it was what it was. And it's impressive as a set to just see on a shelf. But to play with, not super engaging. Okay, so I finished and I'm on bag 18 and I have left, we'll see if you match me, 2 1 flats.
Okay.
A light brown and 1 white flat in the blue and then a 1 pip flat in the blue.
Okay.
So those are my extras. Those are going to go in my extra bag.
All right.
That I have right here from all of our things that had extras. Did you find a 6x2 that was actually...
Yep, so I found one spot, so I'm fixing that.
Okay.
And I should be back on track now.
And this will be our last bag for today.
Which bag? 18?
Yes.
Okay.
And that gives us 19, 20, and 21, which there's a couple of the 20 and 21s to do next week, and that will finish up the TV.
Yeah, I think so.
So I'm super excited about that, actually.
All right.
I remember when they found out that for the sound effects, they just sped up some of the sound effects to use for other sound effects in Mario, and people were like, those cheap sons of a... And I'm like, that's actually super clever, no?
Yeah,
like,
because they don't have to have more room. They can just change.
They didn't have to store more,
right.
And it was just this. It was just the sound. Like I thought it was super cool that it. I was like, how smart! Like, and other people are like lazy, and I'm like, no.
It's good use of good use of memory is what it is.
Mm-hmm. I think it was pretty cool.
Yep.
I like things like that. I'll be honest with you. So I'm going to let you all, while I'm waiting for Mark to catch up, I'm going to let you all in a little secret. So like, I like to thrift shop. Like thrift shopping is my thing.
No way.
Yes. Except Lego. See, this is what I do. I like to, Legos, I will buy Legos and thrift, but it's hard because you'll be losing pieces and stuff. And if you buy them at some of the little cons, they'll say like missing X pieces.
Oh,
or this.
right. Mm-hmm.
They're good about that because they want repeat business. They know if you're, an adult fan of Lego, you're going to come back to them for a future set. So they better be honest with you or you'll never buy one from them again. So they're pretty straightforward and will be honest, like it doesn't have this minifig or it doesn't have that. I've found. But if you're buying from a thrift store, a Lego shop, you don't know if you're getting all the pieces unless it's like wrapped up, right?
Right.
So that's a hard thing to buy. So I save my money for things like this. And
Yes.
then things like clothes where I can get awesome Jurassic Park
For
like
pennies, right?
$5.
Yeah.
Like, why would I not do this? And there's that song by Macklemore.
Yeah.
You've heard it, right, Mark? Poppin' Tags.
Oh, yes.
Thrift shop.
So Thrift Shop is what the name
Thrift
of it
shop
is.
is
Yeah.
them, yeah.
Yeah, Poppin' Tags. And that's like my theme song. Like, come on, why? I don't want to pay $50 for some Gucci t-shirt. I'm just getting ripped off. What did that do for me?
Right?
It cost them 40 cents to make. I'm not going to go buy that. No. Just and they have who just came out with it? I don't even recall, but it's like Gucci, Louis Vuitton, I think actually is what it is. I think it's Louis Vuitton. They just came out with a dice holder.
Oh.
For D&D, because
didn't see
they're
this.
kind of seeing that that's a thing, right? The thing's like $750.
Oh, man.
I promise you, anyone watching, if you buy that, I think less of you. I just do. Like that is the opposite of what D&D was.
Right, that's not what
Like
D&D is.
we were the poor kids playing D&D. If you're gonna go pay $750, no.
Yeah,
Just-
that's not.
No, thank you. I'm
Yeah.
not playing D&D with you. I'd be
That's
like,
pretty messed up.
no, get your free dice that came with the D&D basic set. And like,
Right?
that's what we're playing with. I don't want to see your $750 dice set. Do you know how much D&D you could have bought with
Oh, man, right?
And it's a thrift store, mind you, because they have those little D&D books.
Yes, they do. All right,
Yeah.
so what did you have left over?
2 of the flat browns, 1 flat blue, and these are the 1-buys, and then just a 1 pip blue.
I have a 1 pip blue and a 1-buy of the blue and then a 1-buy of the brown. So you have 1 more than I do.
I did have 1 more of the browns than you, and I can't see that I'm missing one because it literally just goes across. But
Right.
I could see that. I could see that them throwing that in, right?
Right,
Like
totally.
not counting, and that seems legit. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, people. Look. Look at that. Look at that. Look at him.
Yep, I saw.
His little face. Look at his
Oh,
little face. Why are you
man.
getting so in on my fingers? Those are so, yeah. My fingernails look good from afar, but not so close up. I could be a hand model, I feel like. And I'm pretty modest about things.
See?
But, like, I have long nails.
I love
All right, there
too
we go.
see, they didn't make us do stickers, which is good.
And there's a pizza.
There
We did
is.
a pizza.
There is.
Mario. And a little hat.
So
thing.
cool. Yeah.
These are so
And coins,
cute.
the question marks.
The box. The question mark box. I'm
Yep.
getting over there.
Super
Question
cool.
mark box. What else do we have? Another little pizza. Another little mushroom. What? I'm trying. There we go. Well, those are just cute. Oh, coin.
Coin.
Cuteness. I'm happy. Those make me happy. So we get to place those today. All right.
Yeah.
So I'm over here.
And you're good on time for this bag, right?
Yeah, good on time, even though we're doing a double header today.
Nice.
I am so psyched to talk to Nora. And
Yeah, that'd be
Steve
awesome.
Rainer. It will be. She is fabulous. Good people. And she also, speaking of hobbies, she did some of the knitting with us because that was the group that I learned knitting with. And she does live poetry. So
Oh, really? Nice.
Before the state of how things are now, she would go and do live poetry readings. What is
Cool.
going on here? I used the wrong. Okay, so that's oh, there's a 1 above it. Okay. That was hard to see. There's a 1 above this one, and I couldn't see that. I realized it had to be,
Yeah.
but it was hard to see the line there. And we've talked about that before with the browns.
Yes.
How it can be hard to see the differential on
Absolutely
those. Whereas
true.
the black, they really make it's easier. They offset it better. I almost wonder if the browns should be outlined in white and not black like they do.
I would agree.
So we've been struggling with that a lot. I need a flat.
So this is kind of like their new collage prints, whatever, doing this.
Oh, they are doing that. I saw Hunter Sherborne was doing that with some of them. I think he did the Darth Vader one.
Yeah, right.
And I think he said they were selling those at Target.
Yeah, I've seen them.
I think Lego is doing better about the number of things they produce lately, because I used to see tons and tons of Lego kits on clearance at Target.
Yes, all the time. Used to be.
And I don't see as many anymore.
Right.
Not that I'm shopping at Target frequently, because I'm really not getting out much, but in times that I have gone there and looked for things.
I was just there. It was the first time in months, but
it's infrequent.
Yep.
But sometimes you do need things, right?
Yes.
Like paper goods or
Indeed.
medicine. Target's good for stuff
Pharmacy.
like that. So just finally was time to go get some stuff. And they obviously they have the pickup stuff too, but I didn't know what I wanted, so I needed to run in and pick some things. And there weren't many people there, so it didn't feel.
Yeah, I always go like late in the day.
Yes.
That's my favorite time to go because no one's there.
Exactly that. And then it doesn't feel so.
Right.
It's pretty empty and people are way away from you. Such strange times to... I'm not one for errands, though. I never was one who enjoys errands, so... But I'm sure there were people who are really missing it, that was their outlet.
Yeah, sure. Of course. Okay.
The mall was never my thing. Even as a kid, like, all the kids would meet up at the mall, and I'm like, can we just go play video games? Like, why? Why are we going to the mall?
That's funny.
And they'd always be like, we're going to meet new people. We'll meet new guys. And I'd be like, we know enough. Like, I don't need to meet new people. I need more people in my life.
That's hilarious.
I'm such an introvert. I was like, there's so many friends. You guys are harassing me all
so
the
many
time
friends.
as it is. Like, I don't need more of you to worry about.
That's so funny. So many friends.
I really have so many friends. Dang it.
Do we really need more friends?
Do we really? Do we have to? I remember saying to a friend once, let's see, can you get those pictures? Oh, guitar. Yeah, Kabuki Kid. Yeah, guitar would totally destroy you. I mean, you can't. They would just get in your way.
Yeah.
I guess unless there's certain things I've seen people use who have nails, but I mean, I still feel like they break constantly. So let's see. You can get those pictures custom made at the Lego House and Build. Oh, so I could get like a picture of me?
Ooh, there you go.
Nice. Custom Lego sit in the back. Oh my gosh. Mark, my dream could come true.
I know.
Now I can have a Lego set of my face.
See, we should do this.
Okay. Yes. Over the fireplace. That'd be amazing.
I feel like this needs to happen.
Yeah, you know how rich people will get like themselves with like a tiger or a lion or something like that. I just like a bust of me in Lego, like me.
See, I'm in. I'm sold.
That you're a jerk. I'm not vain, but like it's Lego.
It's Lego. It's awesome.
I actually have a picture of me in Lego. I just remembered when Lego World opened up around here. So Lego World Boston, which is small. It's nothing like any of the other Lego Worlds. It's tiny. But when it opened up, you could go and get a picture taken, and then they just screen printed it on. What's that? You know what I mean? Like and they put it on the bricks, and so you put it together.
That's cool.
And of course, they gave it to you not put together, and you like.
Yeah, right. So you should do Girls Stampede.
I know. I need a Girls Stampede on it.
Yep, that would be amazing.
That would be super cool. That would be a good thing to have. Girls Stampede Lego. These are creative gifts. I'm just saying.
Right.
Who needs flowers? You can get yourself in Lego.
Lego flowers.
Lego flowers. I do have the Lego flowers set.
See?
That was really, really cool. Yeah, so it's not 3D frame picture though. I like the Star Wars ones. Yeah, that would be super, super cool. Yeah, I'm surprised. Yeah, you can't fret with the nails. You're right, Kabuki Kid. Yeah, I haven't played guitar in a very long time. I have my guitar. It's in the corner. I actually had a dream about playing guitar like a couple nights ago, so I think I'm missing it. I have a lot of instruments, my flute and clarinet and stuff, but that has taken a back seat. All right, we're on to 172.
Nice. I'm still
Where are you at?
171.
Okay.
Close.
I see hearts. I didn't pay attention decades until the Saturn. Yeah, the Saturn V I have as well. That one,
awesome.
Yeah, that one was a really interesting set because it really got into like, this is why this is this way. Like you could teach about rocket building.
Right. It was really
with that set. It was an educational set, and I really, really liked that. I mean, you know, you guys know me. I like educational and historical board games. Obviously, that's the way I'm going to like my Lego.
Did you see the video they did where they brought in folks who were rocket scientists and they put engine on it and actually flew a Lego rocket?
That's fantastic.
It was awesome.
Was this was on TV?
No, it's on YouTube.
YouTube. All right, I'm finding this.
It's so cool.
That'll put me to sleep tonight. Thank you.
Yep.
I do not play the saxophone. I feel like that would be one to try to take up, but I do not. Clarinet, flute. I know some piano. I mean, obviously I can read music and I know what the keys are, but I'm not like proficient. I haven't practiced a ton on the piano to be super great, but I could play a song. Like looking at the music, like I could play it. Would I be amazing? Probably not. Oops, pops that off. And guitar. I do have a ukulele as well. And violin, but again, basic. And really how that came about was both my dad and granddad played a lot of instruments, like a lot, 7 and 8, like instruments each. They are harmonica as well, they taught me. But my father passed away when I was little, so I only got instruction up to a certain point, and then I continued with school instruction, but not like private lessons, just like what you would get in school. So I feel like that's my proficiency level, like what you'd get in band, nothing. Yeah. So I'm not super proud of it. Like I feel like I could be way better if I practiced. And
I am not musically inclined.
Yeah.
At all. I would like to be. It's just not.
Yeah. And really it's just practice. If I wanted to do it, I need to just sit down and keep doing it. Right.
Right.
It's the same with knitting. Like I used to have a really complex project going and then an easy one where I could just sit down and do the regular patterns over and over again, watching TV. And by doing that, you keep repeating, and so that you can build up and get better and better. And it's taking that time.
Yeah. Well, I tried to do trumpet and guitar, but it just did not engage with me.
I think the key really, for me at least, it was learning. Nothing clicked until I learned to read music. Like getting proficient at reading music is key. And I think a lot of people are like, I want to learn how to play X instrument and just pick it up and are like, okay. But like if you don't know how to read, it's like trying to write when you don't know how to read.
Right.
Like you got to start there. Bless you. And once you're good at that, then I feel like you can move on and even pick things up and kind of be like, all right, this is a string instrument. Get the basics of this. Like, what could I do with this? How do I think I can make this work?
Right.
But yeah, my they just had a lot of instruments, and they grew up on a farm, and one of 12 kids, and you know, with his dad playing so many instruments, they just picked it up because he would play it, and they'd just grab another instrument and
that's pretty amazing.
Yeah. And so that's how I'd be up there and they'd be like, pick that up. All right, blowing it. This is what you do. Like, you know.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. And they started with me with harmonica. Both my dad and my grandfather could play fiddle.
Oh yeah, my grandfather could play fiddle. Yep.
which that's my favorite instrument. If you ask me what my favorite, if I could play fiddle, I'd be happy. I would give up all other instruments to play fiddle. That's my favorite. I love the sound of it. We were playing Devil Went Down to Georgia, came on Alexa the other day, and I literally, this is like music was playing while I was in the shower, and I couldn't, like, I had goosebumps. Because the fiddle to me is just, it's just perfection.
Awesome.
So. But yeah, I always wanted, because of that, because of how my dad grew up and how I kind of grew up in the beginning, I wanted to have a lot of instruments. So my house is filled. I have a big piano.
Nice.
I have that was my grandmother's and my dad played on it, so it's nostalgic for me.
Yeah.
And electric guitar, multiple acoustic guitars, some for the kids, so they're smaller in size.
Yeah, cool.
Violins, yeah, just all over.
Nice.
I always wanted.
Yeah, we have a piano, but that's it.
All right, I did something wrong here, I think. Yeah, what did I do? No, that one doesn't go there. I'd already put this.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I did it twice. This goes right here. Perfect. All right, all fixed. And now, oh, I like this one. This one's going to go, it's an L piece. And then the white L piece. Perfect. Okay. And so that part's done. And now we have that. I love the little clouds, how they look like teeth. It reminds me of Tetris.
Yes, like very much so.
I'm thinking of Tetris pieces as I put these on. Yeah, see, Kabuki Kid was saying that they were so obsessed that they played guitar at least 8 hours a day at one point, and I feel like that, but that's how you get better. Like, that's
how you get really good.
That's it. It's practice, man. Like, again, I'll quote Macklemore. The grades didn't get great because they could just paint well. They got great because they painted a lot, and then that practice taught them what to do. Oh, this background's really cool. And it really is conducive to the 8-bit kind of feel.
Right.
Yeah, I think because Kabuki Kid, I wanted my 13-year-old, when they started lessons, I knew my son was going to play piano because he's one of those people, he's what an engineer looks like as a kid. Like he's an engineer. He's meant to be an engineer. That is what he will be. There's no changing that. And he took to piano immediately. Like they were like, these are the keys. He's like, all right, let me just play a song. Like he had no problem with that.
That's awesome.
He'll be like that with learning other languages too. Like he gets it. He can plug and play. So yeah. Oh, he was so excited about iOS 14 coming out the other day. This is what it's like raising a little engineer. Like, you can't understand. Most kids get excited about like a new cartoon or
right.
I don't know, Fortnite update. He gets excited about those too. I've never seen someone so excited about an iOS update. We all had to take all our devices and update at 2 p.m. the other day, 3 days ago.
Yeah.
2 days ago. When iOS 14 came out, because he was so excited, and he's going down the list of like what you're gonna get to watch your videos, and when you get a call, you can take it in the corner. He's so cute.
That's awesome.
So yeah, he was totally into this. All right, I'm done with this step. Oh, I get to put the pizza in. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is fun.
That's awesome.
Mark, did you see this?
Yeah, I'm not there yet. I think I'm missing a piece.
You keep saying
I know. We'll see. So I just went beyond it. I can come back to it. So we'll see.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look at that. It's not a pizza. I know.
It might be.
It's a mushroom.
Yes, but it's still.
No, but that's the mushroom.
It still looks like a pizza.
That's one of the guys.
Yeah, that's one of the little mushroom guys.
Goomba.
Yeah, that's it.
The Goomba. And just the music from Mario, like, puts me in a good mood. Hearing that, because that was my childhood, man.
Yeah, I hear you.
And we would just sit around. I'd convince my friends. And this is the thing. You talked about what a good kid you were and how the parents were like, okay, is Mark going? All right,
yes.
then you can go. Because they knew you were going to behave.
Indeed.
For me, like, I remember one time my mom just not believing me that I came home every day and just like took a nap.
Yeah.
And that I had friends over and convinced them to take naps with me. So she didn't believe me. She's like, this is crap and my kid's clearly doing something. And so she came home to like sneak up on us and came upstairs and was like, ha ha, and like came in the door, and literally I was asleep and two of them were playing Mario. And she was like, are you serious? Like, this is what you do? And we're like, yes. Like, what did you think we do? Like, I told you. We play Nintendo and sleep. And she was like, it just didn't seem
real.
Like I figured, okay, never mind. I'm
That's
like,
funny.
I mean, I told you. Not doing anything nefarious. I like naps.
I like naps.
God.
That's hilarious.
Yes. So I was not one to get in trouble. I could have. I wasn't watched very much, but like I think that's probably why, because no one ever really impeded me.
Yeah, there's that, right?
For doing anything. So I kind of was like, all right, what's 176? All right, that's it. Oh my gosh, why do I have all these little, oh, these are going to go on the other half of the screen when we do the other half of the screen next week with Bag 19. So these are going to wait. So wonderfully, because we're board gamers, there's one right in front of you, actually. We have tons of bags. No, in that container, in that Geek and Son storage area. There are little baggies. So here we go. We got this one. And I will put these pieces in for 19 next time. So where are you at, Mark?
I'm on 175.
Oh, yeah, you're almost there.
Yeah.
Good.
I was hunting I was looking on the floor. I thought I dropped pieces, but I can't find
What was it? What was it that you thought you were missing?
The a 2x1, the dark brown.
Okay.
I think I'm missing one of those. Maybe. We'll
Maybe.
See. I'm gonna go through the. Yeah, it might be under. Or it could just be on the floor even.
These are the extra pieces we have so far, and then this is for the rest of this. This will be with bag 19 next time. Goomba used to just be, Italian slang prior to Mario. Yeah, and then it became Goomba. It's so true. Yep.
I love the little question.
This is the thing. That is true, Kabuki Kid. Like, I was lucky and my kids were really into the instruments that they wanted to play, but I kind of made it that way. I was like, if you want to do this, I'll pay for it, but you got to do it. Like, this isn't like, you're not going to mess around. You're going to practice. And I didn't mind hearing them practice. Like, even though, especially the violin can be pretty screechy when you're practicing. Piano, when you practice, isn't terrible. Like, it'll sound off, but it doesn't hurt your ears. A violin, when it's off, hurts. Like, it's not.
It's pretty rough.
But she was super into it, and she would practice, and that's all I cared about. I'm like, as long as you're going to put in the time, then this is going to be worth it. And I actually worked it out that I did some marketing for them. Cool. So they gave me a discount. And then I marketed for them on like social medias and stuff.
Nice.
And that way it wasn't too expensive for the multiple kids. But yeah, they enjoyed it and they really liked their teachers. And I can imagine a teacher knows, like, if this kid isn't into it, if they're not going to practice, this is just going to become torture.
Yes.
This isn't for everyone.
It's like, just not. Yeah.
Don't do that. They have to want to play. You've got to have. And I don't think everyone can play.
Right.
I really don't. I think, just like I'm terrible with plants. Awful. Terrible. Really bad with plants. I now have an app because I love plants and I want to have a couple plants. So I've got specific plants that do well in my area with low light. And then there's an app you can install that tells you when to water them based on what it knows, how the humidity is and how the weather is in your area, how much rain you've had. So it'll tell you, okay, today's the day. And then it'll adjust that based on, okay, it's been really dry. You actually got to water them again. Or it's been, you got rain. You're fine. It's moist. It's humid. Wait another day. So now I'm good. but it took an app like to be able. So same with music. Like, I don't think you can force a kid. They either can play and want to,
right,
or no, it's just not for them. But yeah, I like music in the house. I like having that and learning that. So, oh, this is so cool. I can't believe we're going to finish up the TV next week.
I know.
That is going to be awesome. And then we're going to see it on here. I'm going to bring this over. It's going to go on here. And we're going to be able to use this awesome crank to have it go through. And have Mr. Mario
Yep.
up on top doing what he needs to do. Oh, he can tell. He knew there was like blue next to it. See, he did water.
Oh, nice.
Put him on the blue. I put him on the brown. Let's see what happens.
No way.
Nothing.
That's awesome.
It is really cool how they made it recognized because it has those colors on the bottom.
Yeah.
It's crazy the technology we have. Like the Quest too, just playing the Oculus Quest, I have a blast with, and it's just insane what it does.
Right.
So.
Oh yeah, it does it for the grass or the trees.
Mm-hmm. You see, yeah.
I'm playing.
He's so great.
It is. It's so
Little
cool.
Mario. And I would buy Luigi if they do. Yeah, I would.
Oh yeah,
Luigi.
you gotta get it, right?
Totally.
I mean,
did you see the new meme? There's a new thing, and it was Luigi goes up to Mario, and he's like, "Okay, so I think my mansion is haunted." And Mario goes, "Wait, what?" And he's like, "Yeah, I think it's haunted." And Mario's like, "Okay, so I climbed through dungeons and went, fought with mushrooms and did all this to save Princess Peach so she could live in this ramshackle house with me. And you've had a mansion this whole time?"
That's amazing.
Luigi's like, "Yeah, but about that." Like,
but it's haunted.
It's haunted. Yeah. It's so good though. I'm like, yeah, that'd be totally the Italian brothers, and one's like, "This whole time."
This whole time.
Mansion. And I was fighting to get Princess Peach to come live with me.
Right.
You brat. Like, what?
Totally.
Sure.
That's awesome.
Yep. All right.
All right. Well,
so did you get up there?
I did. I'm just putting the last pieces on.
Okay. You're caught up.
I am. Just putting that 3D element into where he jumps on and stuff.
It's so good.
It is. It's so good.
Yeah, I can't wait for this. And then the console, it's not the TV, but the Nintendo console is even less bags. That'll probably
that should go.
more.
It's pretty boxy, so it should be.
So that'll be
Although
2 more, I think.
They've
so
got to have
only 3 more weeks.
Yeah, bit of a mechanism there for the cartridge, but that's not going to be.
Yeah, but I think we'll be good with that.
Yeah.
That'll be awesome. We can show it. That'll be it.
Yep.
So definitely tune in next week. And you'll see us finish up the screen, finish up the television.
Yeah.
And then there'll probably only be about 2 weeks to finish the 2 Fridays, and we'll be done with the Nintendo box itself. So lots of great memories, a lot of, relating everything back to board games as we do.
Always.
Everything's about board games,
right?
Even if it's Legos.
So fun.
Ooh, Lego board games.
Yes.
We could do this. Why don't we use components for prototyping made of Lego? Well, I guess because they're expensive.
But
yeah, there's that.
I feel like there should be more Lego board games in general. So,
So thank you all for joining us. Appreciate it, and we will see you all next Friday at 3 p.m. to finish up this TV. Yeah. So like and subscribe if you enjoyed this and want to see some of our other content coming out. And thank you. Appreciate your time tuning in with us and talking about all these nostalgic things and Legos. So take care, y'all. See you tonight at 7 p.m. if you want to join in for the Mandala Stones with Board and Dice and Game Rights Nora Miners as well.
You definitely have to check it out because it's so good. The game is good.
It's so good. Mandala Stones was so fun.
So fun.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yep. All right. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.